What's up, guys? This is KSHMR.
어드밴스드입니다. 반갑습니다.
Well, this song, when it was sent to me, was already very good. The vocal was really good. The production already had a lot of the elements that I used in the final version. So it made my life very easy, and it only took a couple of days of production to make the version that we have now. And I'll probably still work on it a little bit. But these guys made my life really easy, and Sean as well with his vocal. I think he delivered just the right vocal for the song. Well, in this case, with this track, I wanted to make sure that it had the energy and the right drums to make you always be moving along with the track. And so that's what I tried to achieve. To make it, I think in dance music sometimes it's easy to get stuck with just a pounding beat like that. But in order to make people move, you want a little more groove, and instead of just bump, 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 a little more I think you start moving a little more that way. So that was basically what I wanted to add to it, and to make it feel a little bit less like a ballad and more of an energetic song. Even though the subject matter, from what I understand, the translation that I got is about like remembering an old love that he had, right, from his childhood. And I think it's really cool when you take a concept like that, but you make the production give the song two sides. So it could be an energetic song while talking about that. So instead of the music just sounding kind of slow and reflective like the lyrics are, the music could kind of give it this boost in the energy department. And they had already done a lot of the great work, again, but
it makes your life easier.
Yeah, it made my life easier. I was really proud of the second verse when it goes into the, you know what I'm talking about? The second break. I was really happy. I always love those grooves that they sound kind of like a Michael Jackson song, or maybe like, yeah, it's like old school kick and a clap. Works nicely.
Thanks for such compliments.
우선 회사 사무실로 저희가 스튜디오를 이사하게 되고, 그 후로 이제 많은 음악들을 준비하게 되는데, 원래는 저희 둘이서 어드밴스드 팀원들끼리 작업하는 비중이 많았다면, 지금은 회사 아티스트뿐만 아니라 다양한 이제 여러 아티스트들과 협업을 하면서 작업하는 비중이 많아졌습니다. 그러다 보니까 새로운 음악들을 더 경험하게 되고, 그로 인해서 더 다양한 음악들을 쓰게 되는 경우가 됐죠. 그리고 최근에는 월드 DJ 페스티벌, 하드 스트라이크, 워터원 등 굉장히 다양한 베뉴에서 음악을 플레이하고, 그로 인해 새로운 경험들을 많이 하는 계기가 됐습니다.
일단 2017년경부터 저희가 그런 음악적 변화를 많이 시도를 했었는데 발매를 하지 않되, 그게 왜 그랬냐면은 여기 있는 캐시밀도 마찬가지겠지만, 예전에 우리가 DJ를 시작했을 때 봤었던 그 유명한 DJ들의 음악적 변화, 그런 것들이 되게 빠르게 이루어졌었고, 그걸 트렌드에 민감한 일렉트로닉 뮤지션으로서 그런 세계적인 흐름을 무시할 수 없다고 판단을 했고요. 그래서 저희도 일찍부터 준비를 했었고, 그 노력을 계속 하다가 이제 나오게 된 트랙이 바로 이번에 나온 니더메탈이라고 생각을 합니다. 뭐 그렇다고 해서 저희가 이전에 작업했었던 그런 댄스 팀들을 작업하지 않는 얘기는 아니고, 두 가지 방향을 다 가지고 갈 예정인데, 그래서 그걸 좀 일관성 있게 전달하기 위해서 데이 앤 나잇이라는 컨셉을 도입해서 코스튬도 새로 제작을 하고, 음악적인 스펙트럼도 좀 이렇게 일관성 있고 다양하게 가져갈까 저희가 생각을 해서, 일단 이 트랙 같은 경우는 그 쇼네 입대 직전에 3월달쯤에 1차적인 아이디어가 나온 상태였고요. 그래서 이제 마무리 작업을 하면서 발매를 준비하는 도중에 이거를 한번 그래도 외국으로 한번 보내보자 라는 의견이 있어서 스피닝 레코드로 그 트랙을 전송을 하게 됐고, 이제 뭐 반신반의하면서 보낸 상태였었는데, 그때 여기 있는 이제 카시미르가 트랙을 되게 마음에 들어 했었고, 곧바로 바로 작업이 이어지게 됐죠. 그래서 온라인으로 작업이 이루어졌고, 그래서 여러분들이 지금 들으시는 두 가지 버전이, 하나는 저희가 이전에 완성했었던 그 버전이고, 두 번째 카시미르 버전은 그 이후에 카시미르 콜라보를 통해서 나오게 된 트랙이 나와서 총 두 개의 앨범으로 이루어지게 됐습니다.
Well, I try to if there's already a song written, a vocal, I try to give it the music that it needs, not just to support the vocal, but maybe to add an extra dimension to it. So to take whatever emotion the vocal is trying to achieve and give it some depth and really try to heighten the intensity of whatever that emotion is. Generally, for inspiration, I just go through sounds until something catches my ear. I'm always trying to find usually real instruments. I'm not a big synth guy. Like some of my friends are really great synth designers. The guys who make bass music, they're usually great synth designers. But for me, I really like to find real instruments and tweak those until they work in a project, and that's how I achieve my sound, which I think is sort of like this ethnic, worldly kind of thing. And I still admire the great synth designers, but for me and my style, that's, I think, the closest to my soul, the closest to my heart, is when you can bond real instruments with dance music.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely girls, not a lot. My girlfriend in high school, we were really close, and I started to change like a lot of people do, and the way that it ended was really sad when you think about how beautiful our love was at one point. You think about the way that those things end, and it's so ugly, and you're kind of disappointed in yourself that maybe you just didn't stop a beautiful thing while it was still beautiful. You let it become something bad. And I think that's always tough to know when a relationship isn't working anymore and to make that decision. Usually we wait until it's really bad, and then we barely remember what it was like when it was good. And then it's years later that you're thinking back on how special it was, and you can kind of kick yourself in the head.
Okay.
Yeah. That's funny. I delete my Instagram because I get sick of looking at other DJs. It's not really one person,
Okay.
but it's just looking at other DJs and what they're doing sometimes makes me feel insecure. And then I start overthinking, and I think about changing sort of who I am in order to get similar success to them. And that's just a kind of a bad rabbit hole to go down, and you start doubting yourself when you pay too much attention to other guys. But yeah, I think we all look at other DJs and we have this sort of competitive mind, and it's usually not productive. Like, maybe for some people it is. Maybe for some people they look at other DJs or whoever's in their field, and that inspires them to work harder. But for me, I think I just get more confused, and I start questioning whether I should change my own sound. And I think I'll be more proud at the end of the day if I stay true more to who I started out as. That's really a tough question. You don't want to be stale and keep doing the same thing forever, but you also don't want to copy other people. And it's hard to know when you're really evolving or if you're just trying to catch the trends. Because you can sometimes justify it to yourself that, well, I'm evolving, but are you really evolving, or are you just trying to copy what's popular? That's a tough question that you always have to ask.
Okay.
일단 오리지널 트랙 같은 경우에는 좀 담담하게 처음에 자기의 이야기를 펼쳐나가는 가장 포인트인 것 같고, 그다음에 그런 담담하게 펼쳐나가는 와중에 느껴지는 감성과 저희의 편곡이 좀 반전을 이루는 그런 느낌이 있어서 그런 쪽에 포인트를 보시면 되게 좋을 것 같고, 카시미르 버전은 당연히 말 안 해도 여러분들이 들으셔서 아시겠지만 카시미르가 자체로 들어갔다는 것 자체로 느껴지는 그 카시미르 사운드 색깔이 있잖아요. 인트로에서 나오는 보컬 chopping이라든지 드럼에서 나오는 파이어파이 사운드, 그래서 사운드들이 카시미르 버전의 가장 큰 키포인트라 생각을 하고, 그다음에 두 곡 다 저 개인적으로는 아무래도 쇼의 가사에 좀 집중을 하면서 들어주셨으면 하는 바람입니다. 그게 가장 이 노래를 있게끔 하는 주된 포인트인 것 같고 메인 테마인 것 같은 생각입니다. 일단 발매가 지금 굉장히 늦어졌습니다. 저희가 지난 발매하고 나서 거의 1년여 정도 되는 시간이었던 것 같은데 발매가 늦어서 좀 많이 죄송하다는 말씀 드리고 싶고, 그동안 저희가 논 게 아니라 휴식기를 가진 게 아니라 정말 열심히 고민하고 준비하면서 보낸 시간들이니까 질책하지 말아주셨으면 좋겠고, 저희가 오래 쉰 기간만큼 동안 많은 준비해서 새로운 컨셉, 다양한 음악들 많이 준비했으니까 앞으로 더 많이 기대해 주시고 지켜봐 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Well, guys, thank you for coming along with me on this journey and listening to the music that I've made. And I really hope that you'll enjoy this new song. It's my first try at a song in Korean, and it's been a long time coming because I feel a real special connection to the Korean people. So thanks to these guys and to Sean, we now have that song, and I really hope you guys will enjoy it. And let me know what you think.